Kill him in the front! Okay, get him, get him, get him! Shoot! Front. Kill him straight up! Morning and opening day, things that were kind of going through my head was that really there wasn't a lot of ducks around. We were kind of dealt kind of a funny hand for us in the middle of October, is that in all honesty, we didn't have a lot of options. We're not used to that. Normally we have, several places that have ducks around by that time, a lot of early migrant ducks. We just didn't have that. So as we went to the pond, running through my head, thinking about what I could do, knowing that I was going to be surrounded with a lot of pressure, made a choice in my brain that what I was going to do is I was going to do something different than everybody else. I knew that everybody around me and in the close vicinity of where we were hunting was going to be putting out a bunch of duck decoys with some robos. And I changed my mind on that 2 or 3 different times on what I was going to put out, and finally settled upon a bunch of decoys with a lot of motion. But knowing that I had to look different than everybody else in the country that was going to be out duck hunting on opening day, especially in that vicinity, I knew there was going to be a lot of duck hunters around. Oh, right, decoy. Jump that, kill him, kill him. Water. Kill him right in the decoys, hurt! Get him! Be right on the other one. Okay, get him, get him, get him! Shoot him! Turn them loose, but you're ready, boys. Get them, boys. And turns out it worked. We had a lot of opportunities doing that. Plenty of shooting. As a matter of fact, watch ducks working guys in other locations with robos and stuff. Would kind of give them the once over and then go, hey, that's us over there, and just cup up and drop right in. So in reality, I guess it was a good choice in what we did. Something different than what I'm normally used to doing, but kind of got to adapt when it comes to waterfowling, and that's basically what we did on opening day. You're in front. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him! Nice, shoot him again. When we completed the hunt, I was sitting there thinking, man, going into this thing, I'll be honest, I was nervous. There wasn't a lot of ducks around. I knew there was plenty of pressure. At the end of the hunt, I was like, you know what? We pulled that off. We really did. We really pulled that off. Literally made some choices, I think, that were great choices at the time, and provided our clients with a bunch of opportunities. We had a lot of shooting. They shot plenty of shells, had a lot of good decoying ducks. So after the hunt, man, I was happy. I was super happy. I was enthused. Going into day 2, thinking, prior to the hunt, thinking, man, this could be a tough one. There's not a lot of birds around. We're going to have to take advantage of what we got. And honestly, going into day 2, I was really enthused with the result that we pulled off on day 1. Considering the circumstances, I guess, would be the best way to put it.
Ow. Ow, dude. I've done that so many times right there, I feel like. Well, fake guides, not fat guides action, you know what I mean? Yeah. Get that quarter and then the one in there. 10 dozen V2Fs going out this morning. They look like a bunch of big geese. Like the geese that have been in here, because this time of year, geese attract ducks. And that's what we're doing, is duck hunting. So, putting out some goose decoys, putting out some duck decoys, a bunch of spinners. And basically just going to traffic as many ducks as we can coming off this reservoir here back behind us. duck season, we knew that we had to allocate our birds not only for the next day, but for the following days too as well. And that was difficult, being that there wasn't very many ducks around. So scouting for us looked like putting on a lot of miles, driving, trying to find the birds, looking at places where nobody else was looking. And one place that we came up with was a traffic area, doing what we do best and running traffic on not geese this time, but ducks. There was some ducks coming off a reservoir and going and trading water between a reservoir and other ponds, as well as a handful were going out to feed. And we knew if we got close to that reservoir and close to where those ducks were coming off, if we put out enough goose decoys, duck decoys, and called like crazy, we knew we'd get them. So that was our plan for day 2.
They're gonna do it.
5 minutes after shooting light, we hadn't even seen a duck at that point for all the people that duck hunt in the field and on the water too as well. Typically, if you don't see one before shooting light or just right after, it's not necessarily a good sign, but it didn't mean anything for us. We were sitting there in the pit and looking to the east. Owen spotted a flock that honestly I thought was seagulls to start with. A little bit embarrassing, but Owen was convinced that they were ducks, and I bet he spotted them from half a mile away, and that's no joke. After they got a little bit closer, I could tell they are 100% ducks, probably mallards, but they were really high. And I knew that we were going to try them at least ways, not knowing how many ducks were in the area. So I started highballing as loud as I possibly could. And the first Drake mallard broke out of that flock and cupped. And for everybody that's hunting the field, you know that as soon as that happens, the whole wad's going to do it. And sure enough, the whole wad swung out all the way behind us, got perfect with that east wind, and finished right in the front. Made a great shooting lane for the guys that we had with us to go ahead and try and shoot as many ducks as they could out of that flock.
You're ready, in the front. Come in the front! That's as good as duck hunting gets in the field right there.
Oh my goodness.
Come in the front, guys! Come in the front!
That was great right there.
Come in the front! Come in the front, there's 2 drakes. Nice, there you go.
Hunting out of pits in Colorado is our specialty. And for everybody that's never experienced a duck/field hunt out of the pits, it's a must. And it must be on every waterfowler's bucket list. And I know that everybody that's done it before in the past could probably speak that and say the same thing. The experience that you get to be inside the decoys, hidden really well, and then get to see those ducks work at a close range is something that's unmatched compared to hunting outside the decoys, hunting on a pond, hunting on an edge. It's almost like you were one of the birds inside the spread yourself, and it gives you a different view and vantage point. So after the first handful of flocks throughout the morning, our clients actually ended up shooting their limit of hens, which is only 2 here in Colorado. You can only have 2 hens on your 5 mallard limit. So once we had reached that, it was kind of cherry picking for drakes and drakes only. And man, did we decoy a lot of hens throughout the morning. And that's always how it seems to go. But it was fun. They put on a show for us. We got to see a lot of ducks decoy. And if you couldn't tell with my excitement throughout the video, it was good to be back in the field. Even though we didn't necessarily kill limit and we were a handful short, it was a lot of fun.